Polybus, the legendary king of Corinth, was known for his wise rule and steady leadership. His queen, Polybia, brought beauty and grace to his court, enchanting all who beheld her. Despite their happy life together, they were unable to conceive a child, which troubled them greatly. One day, while out hunting, Polybus came across a young boy abandoned in the wilderness. He took the boy in as his own son, naming him Oedipus. Oedipus grew up strong and wise, and Polybus treated him as though he were his own flesh and blood. As the years passed, however, strange things began to happen. Oedipus started to have vivid dreams that he couldn't explain, dreams of violence and destruction, of bloodshed and death. He also became obsessed with the idea that he was not really Polybus' son, but was in fact adopted. Polybus tried his best to reassure Oedipus, telling him that he had found the boy in the woods and had raised him as his own. But Oedipus could not be swayed, and he eventually left Corinth in search of his true identity. It was only later that Oedipus discovered the truth about his past, that he had, in fact, killed his own father and married his mother, bringing tragedy and ruin upon the royal house of Corinth. Polybus was heartbroken to hear of his son's fate, but his legacy as a just and noble ruler endures in Greek mythology. Polybus, a just and kind ruler, had longed for a child of his own with his wife. However, their prayers went unanswered for years. One day, while Polybia was by the shore washing clothes, she stumbled upon an abandoned child, whom they named Oedipus. Polybus and his wife were overjoyed to have a child of their own, adopting and raising him as their own. As Oedipus grew, he became a strong and curious young man. However, his true parentage began to weigh heavily on him, and he started to question where he came from. He asked Polybia for answers, but she was unable to give him a clear response. Fearing he may not be a true son of Polybus, Oedipus sought answers from the oracle. The prophecy that he received was a terrible one: he would kill his father and marry his mother. In an attempt to prevent this, Oedipus left his home and journeyed away, vowing never to harm Polybus or marry Merope. During his travels, Oedipus encountered an old man in a chariot, who was rude to him. In a moment of anger, he killed the man. It was only later that Oedipus discovered the man was his true father, Laius. Years passed, and Oedipus became the king of Thebes. However, a plague struck the city, causing him to search for the cause. During his investigation, Oedipus finally realized the truth: Polybus was not his biological father and that he had killed his true father. The prophecy had come true, and he had unwittingly married his own mother, Jocasta. Realizing the gravity of his actions, Oedipus blinded himself in agony in exile, taking responsibility for his fate. The story of Oedipus is a tragic tale of destiny, regret, and the devastating power of fate.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.